Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Gids. Thank you so much for joining me for another fragrance video. So today I have been tagged by the lovely Yve. Her channel is called Yve Spiders Smells, and I'm going to be doing the fragrance collection tag video that has been circulating around YouTube. Thank you, Yve, for tagging me, and also thank you to Joss Jane, who was the creator of this tag. I'll shout her out and also put her YouTube channel below as well. Okay, so I'm gonna get straight into it. So the first question of the tag is, what is the newest fragrance in your collection? So the newest fragrance in my collection is this fragrance. It is Paul Smith London, and I've absolutely been loving this fragrance. It is like a spicy, woody, very fresh green, but it dries down to a lovely kind of coconut aroma, which I really love. I had the original of this fragrance many years ago, but it got discontinued, so I was so excited when I found out they had re-released it in this bottle, which is different, for a very affordable price, and it smells quite close to the original, so I'm very pleased. So that's my latest acquisition. The next question is, what is the oldest fragrance in your collection? The oldest fragrance in my collection comes from the house of Hermès, and it is Vert d'Orange, and this was given to me by my dad many years ago. I think about 15 years ago. He used to wear this fragrance, and I really like the way it smells. It smells very fresh, bright, and classy. It's a kind of citrusy fragrance with an oak moss base, and this is at least 15 years old, so this is technically my oldest bottle, which is quite incredible. What is the most expensive fragrance in your collection? It would have to be this fragrance from Thierry de Gunsberg. It's called Terrific Oud Extreme. I mean, look at the bottle, very decadent, very extravagant, and it's an oud rose fragrance with some saffron, and it's beautiful. It smells very leathery, very luxurious. How much was this fragrance, you're probably wondering? This retails for £350, but I didn't pay that. I'm a bargain hunter, so I managed to find this for a much cheaper price. I found it on a discounted website, plus they were offering, I think, 25% off, so I got quite a good saving, but it was still a very expensive purchase. What is the most affordable fragrance in your collection? And it's this fragrance. This is Terre d'Hermès from Hermès. And yeah, so the story about this fragrance was, I was just browsing in a store called Boots here in the UK, and a lot of the Boots now have, it's like a kind of cosmetics slash kind of like one of these drugstore type stores, and they had this in like a gift set, and it was in the clearance section for £20, and I thought it was a mistake, so I went to the till to buy it because I thought, I've never smelt the fragrance, but for £20 can't go wrong, plus it's an Hermès. And when I went to the till, she said, oh, we're doing 10% off, so I only bought this for £18, which is my cheapest fragrance, and I really like this fragrance a lot. The next question is, what is your favorite easy reach? And it has to be from the house of Miller Harris. It's La Fumée Alexandrie. Absolutely love this. This is a smoky, dry rose oud fragrance, but it has some bright citrus notes in it, and it has lychee as well. So you can wear this fragrance day and evening, and it kind of gives me all of the elements in a fragrance I like. It has a bit of smokiness, it has a bit of depth, it has a bit of freshness. I really love it, and it smells like nothing else. So this is La Fumée Alexandrie from Miller Harris. The next question is, what is your favorite bottle design from your collection? And I've ultimately gone with Chanel. This is from the Les Exclusives line. I just like how simple the bottle is. I personally prefer simple fragrance bottles. I know some people like quite out there and extravagant bottles, but I just think, for me, I just like clean, simple, chic elegance, and I think this is just so beautiful. I like the simple logo at the top. I love the black cap. I love the magnetic cap as well. I just love everything about it. It's just a really simple an elegant bottle design, and yeah, I love this. This is my favorite by far. What is your smallest bottle? Now, my smallest bottle comes from the House of Jo Malone, and it is this. This is lime, basil, and neroli, and it's just a nice little bottle that you can throw in your bag and just top up throughout the day. I also have the slightly larger size, so it's like the mum and son. So yeah, that's my smallest, and this is 9ml as well. What is your biggest bottle? It is this fragrance. This is 200ml, and this is Boss bottled. I love this fragrance. I might just spray a bit of it on. Love, love, love. This is my biggest, and as you can see, I've used quite a lot of it. The next question is, which of your fragrances has the best memory associations? I'm gonna go with this fragrance, Umo, from the House of Moschino. And the reason why is because this used to be, like, back in the day when I was a lot younger, I used to be crazy for this fragrance, absolutely crazy for it. And it used to be my clubbing fragrance. So when I'd go raving, I used to wear this fragrance, and I used to literally bathe in this fragrance. I would literally drench myself in this. I'll probably do about 15 sprays, which is insane. And this concentration back then was very, very potent. It was a really strong concentration. So I can only imagine how strong I must have smelled to everyone around me. I must have really just choked everyone out with this fragrance, but it makes me happy. I always think about the good old days when I was young, didn't have any problems, life was a breeze. So yeah, that was the fragrance with the best memory associations. Which fragrance was worth the hype? I'm just trying, okay, there's a couple I can think of. First one is Dior Homme Intense. There was a lot of talk on YouTube about this fragrance, and I really love this fragrance. I love how soft it is, but how gentle. It's such a beautiful fragrance. I think this is totally unisex, but I love it. It's my favorite iris fragrance. It's powdery, it's sweet, it's warm, it's elegant, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The first time I smelled this, I was really kind of transfixed, and I think it totally lives up to its hype. There's a lot of people who rave about the Dior Homme line of fragrances, and the Dior Homme Intense is an excellent fragrance in my opinion. Another one I have to mention, sorry I'm mentioning two, is Portrait of a Lady. There was a lot of hype on YouTube, a lot of people talking about it, and I was like, I have to try out this fragrance because I'd heard from people as well, from friends who like this fragrance. I remember I initially went to smell it, and it was such a funny story with this one. I went to a fragrance store called Liberty here in London, and there was like a crowd of people around the Frederick Mile counter, and there was this French lady. When I went to pick it up, when they finally moved away, she kind of looked at me and gave me the silent nod, and I kind of smiled at her, and I knew, okay, this is the fragrance. I love it, I absolutely love it. It was also the fragrance that really made me appreciate great perfumery, especially like classy, elegant type of scents. Yeah, Portrait of a Lady by Dominique Ropion. Which fragrance was not worth the hype? Okay, I'm sorry if you own this fragrance. I know it's a very popular fragrance on YouTube. A lot of people have mentioned it, and it is Ariana Grande Cloud. Now, when I heard it was a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540, I was like, oh, okay, I have to check out this fragrance. So when I went out of my way to sample this fragrance, and I was like, is this the hype? Okay. This is my thing about dupes and people that, you know, when people say, oh, it's a close dupe, to me, okay, I don't want to be harsh to anyone who owns a fragrance, but it's almost like comparing a Mazda to a Jaguar. Like, to me, there's no comparison. I didn't really see a close comparison between the two. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to offend anyone. We all have our views. I'm sure some of my fragrances people think are disgusting. I don't think it's disgusting or awful. I just didn't think it was worthy of the amount of hype the fragrance gets here on the YouTube platform. Another fragrance which I didn't quite think lived up to the hype. It was nice, but I didn't really, and I'm gonna probably upset people, but it's a Guerlain, and it is, I think it's called Double Spiritualise Vanille. I went out of my way to sample that, and I was like, oh, okay, it's nice. Is it like almost £200 nice? Not in my opinion. So those two fragrances for me didn't really live up to the hype, but then it's subjective, you know, it really is subjective. There's a lot of people that love them, so each to their own. What is your favorite fragrance from your favorite house? Oh, that's really hard. I would probably say Portrait of a Lady. Whenever I wear this, I always feel on. I feel like this fragrance just is really elegant, and I always feel elevated when I wear this. And yeah, I just feel like it just takes me from like a 4 to a 9. So it just really kind of elevates my mood, and just, yeah, I love Portrait. And I actually love Frederic Malle. It's probably my favorite niche house is definitely Frederic Malle. I want to get more, but they're just so expensive. What is your most used fragrance? That's quite hard because I have a lot of fragrances, so I use pretty much all of them. I guess, you know, you could probably say it's this one here, Boss Bottled, because this is 200ml, and there's probably about 40% left of the fragrance. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. It's really nice. It's really nice to connect with more people on this platform. If you have a YouTube channel and you are watching, let me know so I can subscribe. I think I've subscribed to everyone I'm following on Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram below, and if you want to follow me, you're welcome to. That for me is the easiest way to keep up with everyone's videos when you guys upload and stuff like that. I am subscribed to a lot of people, but it's another way for me to know when you guys upload. I'm going to also tag Amina. Shout out to Amina. She makes amazing videos, and she's very, very concise and detailed with her reviews. But yeah, thank you so much, Yve, for tagging me. It is a really nice community. It feels nice to have connected with so many lovely people. And yeah, and also I'm loving watching the content of so many of you guys as well. So keep making great content, which is a lot of fun. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys.